Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am very excited for today's video. I'm going to be doing my mid-year makeup inventory update, and I'm going to be doing things slightly different this year. Today's video is going to be me going through my entire makeup inventory, talking you through each makeup category, how many makeup products I have in each makeup category versus how much I had at the start of the year. But this is also going to be the kickoff for makeup inventory week, and each day for the next 5 to 6 days. I haven't completely finished filming to know for sure how many videos I'm gonna break it up into, but I'm gonna be posting videos where I go through and actually physically like show you and kind of chat through each category in my makeup collection and each product in my collection. And then I think I'll do a mega cut at the end where I just put everything together in case you like long videos to just kind of like fall asleep to, get you through the night, whatever it might be. But today we're gonna go through every single makeup inventory category, and I'm really excited because I was slightly nervous about the numbers just because I have been buying a lot of makeup, but my numbers actually went down overall. The one last thing I want to preface this by saying is I will be doing a year-end makeup declutter, and I already have an idea of some of the makeup products that I know I will be decluttering, and they're just sitting kind of in a separate bin until I do my makeup declutter. So I am not including those products in my makeup inventory numbers because I really wanted a true depiction of where each category sits and not have it like inflated with products that I know I'm going to be decluttering, but like I haven't yet officially decluttered them on my channel. Also, some of the products, like if my mom or sister comes over or my friends come over, sometimes they'll shop through my declutter bin, and so they might take them before the declutter actually happens. So that is what's happening. If you're watching my makeup inventory series and then notice like, hey, I thought you had this product and I'm not showing it, there's a spoiler that I might be decluttering it. So I think that is everything that I needed to say before we get into it. If you like chit-chatting about makeup, if you like palette themed content, if you like just hanging out, that is what we do over on this channel, so I hope you consider subscribing before moving on. Also, don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below, or do anything else the YouTube algorithm loves for you to do. I would really appreciate it, and without further ado, let's jump into the video. Okay, I am hating my base makeup, but how fun is this eyeshadow look? I used the Ocean Jewel palette from Bella Beauty Bar. The only thing is I have really watery eyes today, so I was like, and that is the worst when your eye is watering and it literally won't stop. So I kept like adding to the lower lash line here, and then I just kept basically like not crying it off, but like eyes were watering. So if it's looking a little funky on this eye, that's why. Okay. Let's get into it. I typically would post pictures for each like category to keep things a little bit interesting, and I'm so sorry, but I did not take pictures of everything as I was like filming my makeup inventory, and it's kind of annoying to then get everything back out. So I'm not gonna have pictures to go alongside everything today. I apologize, but just know my makeup inventory series now is coming if you want to see every single product. This will also be nice for me because I feel like sometimes I forget how I categorize certain things, and so now I'll have my series to go back and watch. Let's kick it off with the primer category. I started the year with 14 primers. I am now at 12 primers, so we did go down by 2. I have been working diligently on some primers. I actually feel like I have quite a few primer empties already this year. I will also leave linked below my most recent 41 makeup empties that I have so far this year. I brought a couple of primers in. Primer is definitely a category that I used to kind of have more fun with. I feel like I haven't had the excitement that I used to over buying primers, and I honestly would love to see my primer category get to 10 or lower. Like I feel like we could get to 10 or lower before the end of the year. For foundations, I was nervous about the foundation category, but when I finally was like, okay, there are definitely some foundations that I am decluttering, then I was like, okay, maybe it's not gonna be as scary as I thought. But I've purchased quite a few foundations this year. So we started the year with 19 foundations, 4 tinted moisturizers, and then 15 like what I would consider to be like regular foundations. And we are now at 20 foundations in my collection, which I'm honestly really happy about because like I said, I've purchased quite a few foundations. I do love testing and trying foundations. It's like one of my favorite things to test and try. And I don't feel like I've used up that much foundation this year, but there's definitely some that I will be decluttering. I have 5 tinted moisturizers slash foundations and 15 what I would consider, again, regular. So we went up by 1 tinted moisturizer and we stayed the same in the foundation, regular foundation category. For powders, this is a category we did go up in. So I started the year with 7 powders and I now have 9. So we did go up by 2. 4 pressed powders, 3 loose at the beginning of the year. I now have 6 pressed powders, 3 loose. What's Up Beauty did send over their powders this year. I also purchased the Givenchy powder. I have used up, I believe, 2 powders this year as well, which is exciting. Powders are not a category I get super excited about, but I do find that I am very picky about my powders. So there is that. I do know I do want to buy the shade 2 in the Makeup by Mario loose powder. I love the Makeup by Mario loose powder. I'm also interested in trying the loose powder from Kosas, and then when I finish my Kosas Cloud Set powder, I would replace that. I don't necessarily know, aside from the Kosas Cloud Set, if we'll have another powder empty this year. So honestly, it'd be nice to just keep this category to below 10. Like, I really should not have more than 10 powders. Like, I really should not. Moving on to concealers, I started the year with 11 concealers. I had 9 concealers and then 2 color correctors. I kind of grouped those together. I now have 7 concealers and 2 color correctors. I have purchased 1 concealer this year. I'm like, am I decluttering one? I can't remember. I've finished for sure 1 concealer. I don't think 2. Anyway, I'm happy to see this go down by 2. I am almost done with my Tower 28 concealer. I honestly am happy to have my concealer category below 10. This is something, like, if I could get this down to 7, that would also feel really good. Concealer is another one of those categories that I don't get super excited about, but I feel like I'm very picky about my concealers. So I would love to get my concealer category down even a little bit more. Oh, there's definitely some concealers that I'm decluttering. It just dawned on me. Okay, bronzers. I started the year with 26 bronzers. I am now at 27 bronzers. I will say I've been feeling the bronzer era. I feel like last year or the last couple of years, I haven't purchased as many bronzers as I like typically do. I feel like typically around spring, summertime, I go crazy and buy like 5 bronzers. That has happened again this year. I have been feeling the new bronzers. So I started the year with 10 cream slash liquid bronzers and 16 powder. I am now at 14 cream and liquid. So we did go up by 4 in the cream and liquid, which is kind of crazy because I'm definitely more of a powder girly, but I also have been enjoying cream and liquid products lately. And I am down to 13 powder bronzers, which actually does not feel like a lot. That does not feel like a lot for a girl who loves bronzer. So we'll see where we end at the end of the year. I don't really want to give a goal for bronzers because I love bronzers. For blush, this is a category I didn't go up by any, like we stayed net zero, but blush I'm feeling overwhelmed by. I definitely feel like there is room to do some decluttering. I just don't exactly know what. So before I film my declutter, I do plan to film a swatching all of the blushes in my collection. I definitely have a lot of overlap, and you'll see that when we get to my actual blush inventory video where I'm just even showing them without even swatching. You can just see there's so many blushes, so many nude blushes. But I started the year with 67 blushes. 25 of those were cream and liquid, 42 were powder. I am now at 27 cream and liquid blushes, 40 powder. Again, we're at 67 total. That's a lot of blush. It's a lot of blush. For the highlight category, I started the year with 37 highlighters, 16 cream and liquid, 21 powder. I am now at 35 highlighters, 16 cream and liquid still, 19 powder. I'm like, am I decluttering some? I can't really remember. I can't remember. I definitely don't think I've finished any highlights, but I do feel like there are a couple of, oh, I did finish 1 cream highlighter. Like, is there some, I feel like maybe there's one more highlight I feel like I can finish before the end of the year. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. We went down by 2 in the highlight category. Moving on to setting spray, I have gone up in the setting spray category, but I do love setting spray. I use it every time I'm doing my makeup. I use multiple sprays per makeup application, so I'm honestly like not too worried about this. I was at 5 setting sprays at the beginning of the year. I am now at 9, so we did go up by 4 setting sprays, but the majority of those, one was sent to me by Bare Minerals. MAC Fix Plus was on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, so I stocked up, and I have bought travel size or like deluxe size of 2 that I wanted to try this year. I am interested in the new one from Patrick Ta. And last year, I don't think I counted my SPF setting sprays, and I did this year. So realistically, going up by 4, I don't feel like is that bad. I did have some setting spray empties already so far this year, and I'm sure I'll have more. Moving on to mascara. Mascara, we have slowly made so much progress. So I started the year with 13 mascaras. I am now down to 9 mascaras, which feels really good. Before you know it, I'm gonna actually be able to like pick the mascaras that I wanna test and try. Up until this point, I feel like for the last 5, 6, 7 years, I've really just been going through all of the mascaras that I've gotten either in like subscription boxes, free gift with purchase. Like I feel like you're just always getting free mascara, and maybe, you know, with the economy, we just haven't been getting as much free mascara. And so I've actually been working my way through my mascara collection. For eyeshadow primer, I started the year with 4, and I am down to 2 eyeshadow primers. I have my Ulta Beauty Longwear primer, which is my favorite like base. And then I also have my NYX glitter glue. And honestly, those are the only 2 that I need. I don't really see myself deviating from those 2, unless I guess I wanted to try something different, but I'm very happy with both of those. And I'm happy to have my eyeshadow primer category at 2. Moving on to face palettes. I do plan to declutter a decent amount of my face palette collection. I've already set aside quite a few. So I started the year with 24 face palettes. I'm now down to 20, and that is including me purchasing a decent amount of face palettes so far this year. I love face palettes. I know face palettes are not for everyone, but I personally just love face palettes. I think that it's just, I don't know, it could just be that, I don't know what it is. I love my NARS face palettes. That is like a part of it, but I also just, I don't know, it's mostly NARS face palettes. But still, Vive Cosmetics, I grabbed one from Vive Beauty. I don't know, I think face palettes are fun. Okay, eyeliner, I started the year with 35 eyeliners. I'm now down to 32, so we went down by 3. And I definitely have a couple liquid liners that I can still get through before the end of the year. I have a lot of colored eyeliners. My dark brown eyeliner from Ilia that I use just about every single day is taking me years to get through. So I honestly don't see this changing by a lot. The only reason I would buy more eyeliner is if there was like colors that I felt like I needed but didn't have in my collection. But 32 eyeliners is still a lot. Moving on to cream and liquid shadow. I started the year with 16, and I'm now down to 13, which is interesting because I feel like I have purchased quite a few shadow sticks this year, as well as Urban Decay sent me a bunch. So I'm honestly a little bit perplexed as to how we went down by 3, but I will take it. I started the year with 9 brow products, and I am now down to 5. So we went down by 4 in the brow category. I honestly don't feel the need for my brow category to be out of control. I love the Undone Beauty dual-ended brow product. I like to have a brow pencil going, and then I like to have a clear brow gel. Right now I'm using the NYX glitter glue, not NYX glitter glue. I mean, I am also using that, the NYX brow glue. But 5 feels like a really healthy place to be for brows. For eyeshadow singles, I started the year with 110, still at 110. I started the year pretty decently going through my single shadows, and that definitely fell off. And so I am going to try and get back to going through my single shadow collection. And I definitely have some that I don't need anymore, but I'd like to make my way through more of my singles this year so I can get a better understanding of what I want to keep versus what I don't need to keep, hoping that my shadow singles goes down. And maybe we could get below 100 by the end of the year. Eyeshadow palettes, I have already posted my eyeshadow palette inventory, so I'll leave that linked. I started the year with 163. There are definitely some that I know I'm going to be decluttering at the end of the year, so even though I think I brought in either 10 or 13 palettes this year, I've only technically gone up by 2 because there's some that I know I'll be decluttering. So I currently am counting 165 palettes in my eyeshadow palette collection. Lip liner, for some reason I thought was going to have gone up by a lot, but then I remembered I am planning to declutter quite a few of my Lawless lip liners. So I started the year with 28 lip liners, and I am now down to 20 lip liners. So we have gone down by 8. I do really like lip liner now. I use lip liner every single day. I could see myself buying a couple more lip liners here and there, just because I do feel like there are some areas in my lip liner collection where I'm like missing what I'm looking for. There's been several times I have been looking for like a very specific something and I don't have it. So I could see this going up by a little bit. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. At least I'm using my lip liners now. Lip oils, started the year with 17. I'm now down to 11. This is one of those areas where I'm like, okay, what did I categorize as a lip oil versus a gloss versus like a balmy gloss, blah, blah, blah. The way that we market lip products now can be quite confusing. But technically I've gone down by 6 in the lip oil category. I have been heavily focused on making my way through my lip products. I also love to buy lip products and I feel like I bought a lot this year. So I'm honestly very happy that there is a couple categories now that we've gone down in lip products. For lipstick slash tinted lip balms, so think of like the Glossier tinted balm sticks, the Revie Beauty ones, YESStyle. That is where I'm counting some of those like balm sticks. I started the year with 36 and I am now at 38. I honestly don't, probably the way that I'm categorizing these might be some of the deviation. I also feel like lip products are just always floating around everywhere. Like there's always some in my car, there's some inevitably at work, there's some like in my work backpack. Like I feel like this is like generally how many I have in each of these lip product categories, but like plus or minus 5 at any given point in time, I feel. Lip gloss, started the year with 57, I'm now at 58. I don't know if I'm like proud or sad. Like I feel like I have been working my way through some lip products, but maybe it's more lip balms, lip masks, and lip oils. I definitely have purchased some lip glosses this year. And if I were to like honestly focus on my Lawless Forget the Fillers, there's definitely a couple shades that I'm close to finishing and will finish before the end of the year. But a couple of them are like ones that I definitely would repurchase. So I'm like, but I have 2 Rosy Outlook shades in my Lawless Forget the Fillers, so I could definitely finish one of those. Juicy Watermelon, I should just use up this summer, and then I can wait until next summer to rebuy it, but I do love that one. And then I think Maple Sugar, I will definitely finish that one this year. Okay, moving on to lip balms and lip masks. I started the year with 18, and I am now down to 16. So we went down by 2, which is good. Honestly, I'm proud of that because as a Minnesota girly, I do love a lip balm and a lip mask at literally all times. So I'm happy with that. Okay, lip stains and liquid lipsticks. I started the year with 20 and I'm now at 27, but I will say I've definitely been having more fun with stains and lip colors this year. So it doesn't really upset me that this has gone up. By the end of the year, I will end up decluttering all of my remaining Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks because they are just so old, they have to go. So unless I buy more lip stains and liquid lipsticks, which might happen, then this will go down before the end of the year. Okay, then I like to just kind of like talk about my lips as a whole. So if you were to add all of my lip categories together, I started the year with 176 lip products and I'm now down to 170. So we went down 6 lip products. Whew! I'm feeling okay about that because in my last couple of makeup hauls, I've been like, I am just purchasing too many lip products. I did say I want to have a 3 out. I do want to have a 3 in, 1 out. A 3 out, 1 in lip rule. I said that and then I swear I filmed a video saying that, and that same day I went to Ulta and I bought 3 lip products. But I had to get the Fenty Mango Margs. Like I had to. I love a margarita and I love an orange lip in the summer. Like that lip gloss was destined to be mine. I've also been loving the NYX Smushy like lip stain, so I had to buy that. And what was the other lip product that I bought? Oh, and then I wanted another of the Milk Balmades. That one I don't have an excuse for, other than the shade that I got I thought would look beautiful over the NYX Smushy product that I bought. Okay, we're gonna move on. Okay. So then I like to break it down by all of the products, like total inventory, including eyeshadow singles and eyeshadow palettes. I started the year at 736 and I am now down to 714. So actually down 22, which I know a lot of that is from decluttering, and I don't want to buy makeup products just to declutter. I also feel like I'm going through would you call it somewhat of a metamorphosis, or would you call it boredom? I just feel like I have some older products in my collection that I'm like, okay, that was a different Steph, a different era. Like, we're older, we're more mature, we have more lines in our face now, and we're just over some of these other products that like we used to like. I don't know, I just feel like there's some products in my collection that I'm ready to let go of. And yes, I feel like especially the last several months I have had some larger beauty hauls, but because I'm not project panning this year, I've been having so much fun just actually like testing and trying makeup, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. But I also just wanted to throw this stat out there too. So if you excluded eyeshadow, I had 463 products at the beginning of the year, and now I am down to 439. So I at one point had this down to like 350 or 375. So we've definitely gone up. It'll be a really interesting declutter season. It will be a really interesting declutter season. I am ready for it, but I don't plan to do my declutter series until like maybe end of October, beginning of November. So I'm actually not ready for us to like leap that far in time. But that is going to wrap it up for today's makeup inventory. I would love to know if you keep track and what your worst category is in terms of like the highest number, and then your best category in terms of the lowest number. Let a girl know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.